Fox Network, obviously for the Super Bowl, averaged 99.869 million viewers on last night's Super Bowl. When added together, Fox Deportes, and digital averaged 102 million viewers. And for why this is related to boxing, obviously we're just talking about him. Wilder Fury promos were featured. I'm not gonna say heavily on the telecast, but there was, I want to say, 5 times in the pregame and the actual game that I saw promos for the fight. Good marketing. I'm not going to say it's now going to do 2 million buys or even 1 million buys, but great marketing. When we talk about being creative, putting fights out there to the masses, this is kind of what we're talking about to a degree. And I was kind of, not to make this a DAZN versus Fox topic, because that's not what this is, but I was also kind of looking for DAZN and see if they were going to put advertising on the Super Bowl. Because obviously, for Fox and PBC, it's a free advertisement because it's on Fox's network, so it's not going to cost them the $5.6 million to put an ad. For DAZN, it would. But I was kind of curious to see if I was going to see DAZN marketing on the telecast. Didn't, but I don't really fault them for that. I mean, it's $5.6 million for a 30-second drop. I don't blame them for that, to be quite honest. But guys, any quick thoughts on the promotion, marketing of Wilder Fury via the Super Bowl? Also, Deontay Wilder was featured heavily on Radio Row all Super Bowl week. I think he did a lot of the Fox Sports shows, like the ones with what's his name with the guy I hate, Jason Whitlock.
I was going to say, you got to narrow it down.
That guy, I hate him. But he did obviously all the Fox shows because it's Fox. But he did some other media for interviews and stuff all week. Guys, thoughts on just the promoting for Wilder Fury via Super Bowl? Do you think it was successful? Do you think it's going to have any, not significant, just any material effect on pay-per-view buys?
It's got to, right? I mean, put in front of 100 million homes, or 100 million viewers. Like, it's got to, right? Like, I mean, I don't see how. I mean, again, how much? I don't know, right? I said 600,000 to 700,000, which after I said, that might have been way too high. I don't know. It might do that. Like, I don't think that's unreasonable. Matt's saying no, which would be a double from what it did last time, basically, right? Because it did 3 and change.
If it did double from last time, that's just like the first time that's ever happened in pay-per-view history that a rematch did double the buy rate from the first fight. And secondly, it would prove that stuff like this was a massive difference in buy rate. That's the number we would need to see for us to go back to this number and say this was the difference between making that fight 325,000 buys on Showtime and 600,000 plus buys on Fox.
I that 600 to 700 number, it was aggressive, and I said, I was like, why did I say that? That was stupid. I'm thinking like I might be close here. Like again, I might have been hyperbolic when I said 600,000 to 700,000, but I might not have been. I think we might get close to that number. This was put in front of so many people. It's 2 massive heavyweights. One, Wilder is exactly what you want a heavyweight champion to be, someone who just knocks people out, right? And then Tyson Fury is able to sell fights because he's a crazy person. I think this is good. I think this fight is going to do a really good number. Matt, are you still sticking around 400,000? Is that still where you're at?
I think obviously the 500,000 mark is the over and under that people are looking at. I'm still picking the under, 450, 400. Yeah, I'm guessing around that. And that's still a 33% improvement from the first fight. That still would be maybe a first in pay-per-view history. Like, I would have to go back and actually research this in terms of rematches, what they did on pay-per-views, but it's not normal to see a significant jump.
Well, I would say Pacquiao Marquez 3 did much better numbers than Pacquiao Marquez 2, just because Pacquiao Mania was in full effect at that point. But I don't know.
I have to go back and check.
Did decent numbers too.
Rob, I know that you're in the UK, so maybe this doesn't matter to you in terms of US pay-per-view buys and US Super Bowl, but
no, I mean, I watched it. Obviously the feed came from Fox, but it cuts to Sky Studio guys when obviously you guys go to commercial. So I didn't see it, but I was on Twitter and saw people saying, "Oh, there was just a 15-second ad for Wilder Fury 2 at a certain point in the game," and I obviously like 102 million people is a hell of a lot of people. I just wonder how much that's hitting people when in the middle of like the biggest sporting moment in US for the year,
to maybe add to the point you're making, or to maybe counter it, I guess. The Super Bowl is known for commercials. Like there is a large segment of the population that is watching the Super Bowl not because they like football, because the commercials are the cultural moment and water cooler talk for the next week.
Yeah, no, I get you, but so everything I've seen on that was like
quickly. Sorry, just so I can finish my point and explain it. So, meaning more people on average are probably watching the commercials for a Super Bowl than other sporting events, because the commercials are an aspect of the Super Bowl that sell itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like it's on the news like the next day, even here. Like, and it's all over Twitter. But like I said, the ones that seem to hit are the ones that was Bill Murray Groundhog Day for Jeep. That was pretty cool. I saw that. There's someone singing "Let It Go" in an Audi or something.
That was Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. But it was only like the boxing guys on Twitter that I follow or always crop up that were mentioning Wilder Fury. It didn't seem to. Do you know? All I'm saying is, I don't think, even though it's great exposure, I don't know how much of an effect that great exposure had.
Well, Rob, I don't think the side effect of that type of marketing is to have everyone on social media now talking about Wilder Fury. That's not what it's there for. It's to put that in your mind, all the marketing, and then commercials on ESPN, commercials on Fox, right? You just be bombarded with advertisement. And then on the day of, when you're on your guide, you see the Wilder Fury ticker everywhere, right? I don't know if that's the same thing on your guys, if you guys have that. But for Gary, like, you know this, like, there's the pay-per-view ticker you see all the time. And like, if there's a big fight, you're going to see that ticker, and it's advertised from the cable provider. Okay. The UFC pay-per-views used to do it all the time, but now that the cable providers don't hold them, you don't see the advertising as much. But for Fox pay-per-views, they still push that because cable providers still get a cut of it. So it's all about just throwing it in the public's conscious over and over again, subconsciously even. There's a big fight coming. Pay attention to it. And on the day of, when you're on your remote and going through your guide, all you're going to see is kind of tickers and ads for that pay-per-view. And it's a sum of the whole equation instead of this one ad is supposed to create boom interest from the cat.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I know, I get you, but I did want to say, I think Fight Oracle on Twitter. I think it's Fight Oracle, or
he's some weirdo.
No, but I'm pretty sure, and other people kind of confirmed it. It said, the Wilder Fury 2 ad just told me to go to Fox website or the app to get this on, and it's not anywhere on the. So I don't know. Driving it in that way and saying that, and then people maybe going, "Oh, let me go and check it out." It wasn't actually there to. So it's kind of maybe a little misleading. But anyway, like you said, I get the end goal. It's like keep it in people's mind, keep it like, and it's in a lot of people's mind if it's on the Super Bowl day, and then when it comes to it, that's that fight. Okay, just
absolutely, just like in theory, if DAZN put a bunch of ads in the Super Bowl, you're hoping for the next Canelo fight. When there's more ads for the Canelo fight, people realize, oh, that's that DAZN thing that I heard. I remember that Super Bowl commercial.
And look, it was.
And also, Rob, it's not uncommon for ads to come on the Super Bowl that are previewing stuff that's not even out yet. There was a new app that was promoted heavily. I mean, to the point that was nauseating. It's called Quibble. I want to say is what the app was called. It's going to be the new TikTok, I guess. Yeah, I know.
I don't even.
They're 10-minute episodes. That's what it is. It's all 10-minute episodes. And it's not coming out until April. At
least TikTok's like not long.
So you see an app that was pushed 5 times in the Super Bowl, 6 times. So that's what, $20 million of advertising you're putting into it, right? For an app that's not even out yet. So that does happen, and honestly, that's okay. I'd rather have promotion pre the thing happening, and that's
no. Yeah, just quickly though, it was free, right? This was a Fox pay-per-view, and it was on Fox, so they didn't charge themselves to put this advert on, right? So it was free.
Yeah. The commercial was free. Yes, it didn't cost Fox or PBC.
Someone made a promo. some guy in the graphics department puts together a promo, and you can run it for free on your own channel because that's where the fight's going to be and that's where the Super Bowl was. So why not? Even if it does nothing for the promotion, you've lost nothing. You've put out a promo on the biggest sporting occasion in the US.
I just wanted to add to that. You guys need to hit the super chat because me and Matt and Rob want to buy a 30-second spot on next year's Super Bowl, and it's only about $5.4 million. So if you guys could help out with that,
if we start now,
yeah, just feel free. You can put in the whole 5.4 if you want. We don't mind, right, Matt? You don't mind if one person puts in the whole.
No, not at all. No, I'm not like Bernie Sanders. I don't want only $20 donations.
Can I just say, if
call
someone
me Steyer or Bloomberg, man, give me the fucking $1 million donors, please.
Can I just say, if we get the grand sum total of $5.4 million in super chats, I hope Matt doesn't put a fucking preview on the Super Bowl next year. I hope that is split equally, and we just go our separate ways.
Go our separate ways.
Well, you don't want to talk boxing?
No, not with you guys.
I would talk boxing with you every day on some remote island in the Pacific.
Yeah, we could do satellite link up, Gary. And
Rob, by the way, it wouldn't be equal splits because you deserve more split than Gary and Fu. Hot take.
I mean, it's right.
Don't worry, you all get $1 million at least.
Every time Tanahara gets brought up, you lose 100,000, Gary. You actually owe us money now.